My name is Officer Ty Murray from the California Highway Patrol, of course. I do what we call the Commercial Industry Education Program. Program designed for groups like yourselves to go out and provide education and training, do whatever we can. I've been in the commercial industry for about 4 years now, so but before joining the Highway Patrol, I was a Class A driver. One big thing I would like to talk to you about really quickly, and I know down here in Santa Maria, I just saw a guy down here on my way down here. I was going to stop him and talk to him about it, but I didn't want to be late. So you're driving down here on the freeway. He's doing about 65 miles an hour in his truck, pulling a trailer. He had I think a little smaller, little utility trailer on back. Speed limit is 55 for trucks and trailers, okay? Anytime you hook up a trailer to a vehicle, it's 55 miles an hour regardless of where you're at. And also remember that if you are going to pass out here in the middle lane out here in Santa Maria, speed limit is still 55, okay? So if you pick it up to 70 to get past somebody, that's a speeding ticket, plus you could be cited for being out of lane, okay? So carpool lanes in the bigger areas, it's a no-no with the trailer, okay? It's a vehicle. The biggest way we look at it, count how many axles you have. 1, 2, 3, can't do it, okay? Or if you're restricted to that 55 mile an hour limit, you can't be in the fast lane of the freeway anyway. And that's any vehicle pulling a trailer, 3 or more axles, those kinds of things, okay? Usually when we see people pulling trailers and the problems they have is because they get going too fast and then that trailer starts to whip and swerve back and forth. Or you get your horse start to change weight a lot and everything like that, and that trailer starts to whip and swerve. Well, the only way to correct that is to what? Slow down. Do you do it with the brake?
No.
No brake. You get off the gas and slow it down. But if you've got something that's going on really bad, or is it safe for you to take your hand off down here and do this? No. The easiest thing to do is let off the gas, let your momentum slow down until you can control the vehicle safely, and then reach down and hit it to stabilize it again. Downgrades, that's usually a big issue when it starts to whip and swerve like that. So make sure you just, the safest thing to do is keep 2 hands on the steering wheel until you can gain control. If you feel like it's safe enough for you to do so, then reach down and hit that button down there, and then you can get it under control that way. If you do have health concerns, high blood pressure, diabetes, things like that, just be really careful. You stay with your medications. So, all right, we'll start driving. You are required to do a full pre-trip inspection for your vehicle, lights, tires. All right, what would you like me to look at? License, registration, lights. Why don't you turn all the lights on?
Okay, got it.
We'd go left turn signal, good. Right turn signal, good. High beams, low, good. 4 ways. Well, watch me out your mirror, I'll tell you in the back.
Okay.
That way. Step on the brake. Step on the brake. Your tires look good all the way around, of course. Trailer as well. The one thing, your
Emergency brake, the latch, yes, I saw that this morning when I went to hook it up.
Well, the emergency latch is actually connected through your chain. It's kind of wrapped around your chain a little bit, and you don't want that to happen.
Okay.
What's the other? We want to look at that one right over there?
Yeah.
Turn your lights on. Go ahead and turn the lights on right here. License plate. Yeah, so this one does have to work.
So, yeah.
We want it separate from the safety chain. In other words,
Couch wrapped around it.
yeah, we don't want it attached directly to the chain itself. But basically what you want is if there is that little bit of a separation, something is applying those brakes for you. So
How often do you check the battery?
I would suggest at least once a year.
Okay. I do it once a year. I didn't know if
I just put one in it.
Yeah, and that's fine. So good thing to pay attention to is like a lot of rust and corrosion around in there, just making sure those welds don't crack and that they're staying up to beat, especially with that because where we have the ball hitch here, the ball hitch is all welded on and tacked onto the frame of the trailer. So if there's any cracks and any welds in there, that's an out of service basically is what we call it. All right, I think I'm gonna run out that way and help with some backing. Probably help with some parallel parking if anybody learns how to parallel park a truck and trailer. And I'll stick around and help you through some driving since I basically did the Class A test through DMV. I know the ins and outs and what you're going to be required to do. Just in case, just so we get it on, you will be required to do an offset backing. So you're going to pull straight ahead about 140 feet up, and then you're going to have to offset back into a lane. And that's a straight, you'll have to do a straight line backing as well. But offset backing is basically you're going to pull to the right of a cone, and then they're going to say, hey, pull into this lane over here. You're going to have to offset back into that lane. The only big thing that they've changed out of that system is once you start offset backing into that lane, you may not make any course corrections or your backing until you're completely inside that lane or your trailer has entered the cones. Okay, so there's going to be no cones except for 140 feet back of you, and until your trailer gets into that cone pattern, you may not make any course correction. Okay, so you need to be able to do that without making any course corrections. Now, you are allowed free pull-ups and things. There's a new change with DMV. Before, they would say, hey, you pull up, it's going to count you a point. But now you're allowed on most tests, you're allowed 2 free pull-ups and 2 free looks. You can actually get out and look. That's what we want you to do. Be safe, right? So put the vehicle in park, get out and look. But I can help you get through the system. You will be required to parallel park either off your right or off your left. And you also, that straight line backing or an alley dock. An alley dock is one of the harder ones, plus that offside or the parallel parking. So I can help you run through those a couple of times if you would like. Thank you so much for having me down.
Thank you so much.